What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Yuriorkis Gamboa. Yoriorkis had this to say to Gervonta Tank Davis. He says, I appreciate that. What I told you was that you are a young boxer and going forward, you must respect your opponents and not pull the antics you pulled at the weigh-in. Never said you were the best. A ruptured Achilles and still went 12. Let's dance again when I'm at 100. Lion, boxing, Cuba, with the flag, okay? With the flag of Cuba. Now, one thing I liked that Yuriorkis Gamboa did was he had his paperwork indicating that he had a torn Achilles, okay? And it was grade 3, okay? Verified as per MRI and the board certified doctor, okay? And he had the letter of recognition, okay? That lets everyone know that this is what it was. I think people should do that with their contracts. They don't have to put the wording, the price and stuff in there, but they could, hey, let me put this on blast. That's how you do it. Yuriorkis Gamboa gave certification that, hey, yeah, this is what's going on with me. Okay, I'm not like Deontay Wilder saying I had a tore or broke fucking arm and then you're not walking around with a sling. You know what I mean? Like, where's your cast? Where's this? Where's that? Where's your proof? Where's your source? Right? Don't give me that show and tell lies, man. You're telling me everything. You ain't showing me nothing. But yeah, I got a broke arm. That was an excuse. Like, what you bring that up for? Yoriorkis is actually showing paperwork that proves that, hey, yeah, I had a grade 3 tear Achilles tendon. It didn't completely snap, but he was injured. And you went with an injured 38-year-old one-legged man, 12 rounds. That doesn't look good for Gervonta Tank Davis. In that case, he should have put him out quickly. He should have put him out of his misery to fight that long with a type of damage like that. And you could tell the way his damn leg. I thought his shoe was broken or damaged. I didn't know it was Achilles tendon, right? But something wasn't right with him. So it is what it is. He calls for a rematch. He wants the rematch if it's warranted. You know what? I see someone like Leonard Ellaby making that shit happen. Why? Because they want to keep Gervonta Tank Davis winning. They want the perception of him being a superstar or a cash cow. That's why they're not putting him in there with anyone worth a shit. That's what they do over there. They put him in with lower opposition to make a decent fighter look like an extraordinary fighter, given the right opponents. You can pick certain opponents that make a fighter look very good, which really he's not. Why do you think when a fighter is kicking ass, and then when they move up in competition, skill-wise, those knockouts stop? Have you noticed that at all? Okay, you notice the knockouts stop. They're not the same as they were before with other level opponents. That's exactly what happens. See, even Gamboa. Here's the thing. I don't think that Gamboa would beat Davis anyway. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is, if he didn't have that fucked up Achilles tear, right? He would have got out of that fight without being knocked out. He would have went 12 rounds with Davis. And that fight could have been totally different. Why? Because Davis started to gas after 8 rounds. 7, 8 rounds, his ass was... You should have seen him. He stopped fighting and everything. He had spurts of fighting, of combos, where he just tried to get Gamboa out of there. And Gamboa, with the experience and the speed that he still had, he was able to spin out, or hold or whatever, to stay in the fight. Okay, so yeah, that fight could have been very different. Who knows what would have happened in that fight if Yoriorkis didn't sustain an injury? Actually, they should have stopped it after 2. Honestly, they just should have stopped the fight. And then, since it didn't go, really any rounds, because after the second round, what do, right? So since it didn't do that, Davis would have won, but Gamboa would have at least saved face, not limp around and hold and hug and all that shit. At least that would have been a better scenario. And then you could say, well, Yoriorkis, he hurt his Achilles tendon or whatever, But he did go 12 rounds with a guy that had one leg, with a damaged leg. That's old enough to be his daddy, for Christ's sake. Right? So, it is what it is. Yuriorkis Gamboa has proven that, hey, I got a tear, grade 3. I want a rematch. Respect. Really, basically, you know what Yoriorkis was saying? Yoriorkis was saying, you know what? Respect your elders. Don't pull the shit that you pull, because it was bullshit. I can't help it you didn't make weight, fat bastard. You know what I mean? But let's dance again. Let's do it when I'm 100%. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Yuriorkis Gamboa. Do you think that Davis can and will give him a rematch? Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.